Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss one of the biggest questions in sports nutrition. Do protein supplements actually improve performance and recovery? Whey protein, casein, recovery shakes, post-workout protein. These supplements are everywhere in gyms, sports, and social media. But what does the scientific evidence really say? Do protein supplements truly improve endurance, strength, and recovery? Or are some of the benefits being exaggerated? In this video, we are going to analyze a large Bayesian meta-analysis involving 75 randomized controlled trials and more than 1,200 athletes. If you enjoy evidence-based fitness and sports nutrition content, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, and stay until the end of the video. This topic matters because protein supplements are one of the most popular products in the fitness industry. Many athletes believe that more protein automatically means better recovery, greater strength, and improved performance. But the scientific findings are not always consistent. Some studies report benefits, others show very small or even negligible effects. And one of the biggest problems is that many people discuss protein without considering total calorie intake, training load, or overall diet quality. That is exactly why this meta-analysis is interesting. So what was the purpose of the study? The researchers wanted to investigate whether protein supplements actually improve athletic performance and post-exercise recovery. They also examined several important variables, including protein source, protein timing, protein dose, energy intake, and total daily protein consumption. The goal was not simply asking, does protein work? The goal was understanding under what conditions protein supplementation may or may not help. Now let's understand how the study was conducted. The researchers analyzed 75 randomized controlled trials involving 1,206 athletes. The study used a Bayesian multi-level meta-analysis approach. The outcomes included endurance performance, muscle strength, glycogen recovery, and fatigue recovery. Different protein sources and supplementation strategies were also compared. This makes the study one of the most comprehensive recent analyses on protein supplementation in athletes. The main findings were very interesting. Protein supplementation showed some positive effects for endurance performance and muscle strength. But there was a major detail. Most statistically significant results appeared in studies where energy intake was not matched between groups. In other words, the athletes consuming protein were often also consuming more total calories. And this creates an important scientific question: were the benefits caused by protein itself or partially by the higher energy intake? This may be the most important interpretation of the entire study. The authors suggest that extra calories may explain part of the observed performance benefits. That means protein alone may not fully explain the improvements. This is extremely important because many people assume protein supplements work independently of total diet. But in reality, recovery and performance are strongly influenced by overall energy intake, training quality, sleep, recovery, and total nutrition. The supplement may help, but it is probably not acting in isolation. The study also analyzed different protein sources. Whey protein showed the most consistent positive findings for endurance performance and muscle strength. Other protein sources showed less consistent results. But this does not necessarily prove that whey is universally superior. It simply means whey had more consistent evidence across the included studies. This probably reflects factors such as digestibility, leucine content, and the large number of whey studies available in sports nutrition research. Another interesting finding involved protein dosage. The results suggested that approximately 1 gram per kilogram per day of extra protein from supplements produced the best outcomes, and total daily protein intake around 2 grams per kilogram per day appeared most favorable overall. Importantly, higher amounts did not necessarily produce better results. This challenges the common idea that more protein is always better. At some point, increasing protein intake further may provide diminishing returns. What about protein timing and the so-called anabolic window? The results here were much less impressive than many people expect. Protein timing effects were generally small and inconsistent. The evidence supporting a superior anabolic window effect was limited. That does not mean timing is completely irrelevant. But the study suggests that total daily intake and overall nutrition are probably much more important than obsessing over exact timing. The researchers also highlighted several important limitations. First, there was high heterogeneity across studies. Different athletes, sports, protocols, protein doses, and outcome measures created substantial variability. Second, the quality of evidence for several outcomes was considered low. And third, individual responses varied considerably, so the findings should be interpreted carefully rather than as universal rules. So what does this mean in practice? Protein supplements may still be useful in several situations. For example, athletes with low protein intake, high training volumes, recovery support, or simply convenience. Protein supplements can help athletes consistently reach adequate intake targets, But more protein does not automatically mean more muscle or better performance, and supplements should never replace the fundamentals: good training, adequate calories, sleep, and overall diet quality. To finish, let's summarize the main message of this meta analysis. Protein supplements may support performance and recovery in some situations, but many effects appear modest and context dependent. Part of the observed benefits may actually be explained by differences in total energy intake rather than protein alone. The evidence also suggests that extremely high protein intakes are not necessarily superior, and total diet quality still matters far more than any single supplement. In practice, protein supplements should probably be viewed as useful nutritional tools, not magic solutions. If this video was useful, subscribe to the channel, leave your like, turn on notifications, and share this video with athletes, coaches, and fitness professionals. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.